Last week I went down to Louisville, Kentucky for the 3rd annual Jazz Education Network Conference. When I come back from a jazz gathering like this, I just feel so good. I'm floating. I'm recording this on Thursday. I got back on Sunday. I'm still on that high. It comes from, first of all, the music, non-stop music from literally 9 in the morning till 1 the next morning in concerts and clinics, and jam sessions, and just people getting together to play. Literally, there are 4 or 5 different things you can choose from in an hour. In a way, this is I would liken this event to North Sea Jazz Festival, where it's pure music, but it's in a convention-type center, 4, 5, 6, 7 different stages at once of varying sizes. The Jazz Education Network Conference, which next year will be in Atlanta, January 2nd through 5th, 2013. It's more of the total picture of jazz, because you get to network with the musicians and the people who create it. Unlike a jazz festival where you're with a community of listeners, you really don't get a chance to be with the musicians. Here, you get a chance to listen and talk to some of these people, because they are part of the community, part of the jazz education community. And those of us who are supporters of this music are educators as well. When you go to an event like this, you can't help but be touched by the music, the people, the community. That community element is very difficult in today's society, because people are, I feel, are like spreading further apart. And hearing live music and being part of a group of people involved in that is something that's necessary. The warm embrace of a Gen conference, feel you're just wrapped up in all this love and music, and it's really phenomenal. One thing that sets Gen apart is it's a volunteer organization. Nobody gets paid. The cost of producing the event is paid for by the membership and contributions. And wisely, this organization is only in the black. One thing that really struck me about this year's conference was the high level of musicianship and professionalism that was on display, both from working musicians but also students as well. Kind of a testimony to the quality of jazz education, how it's improved over the years. I heard some young musicians that blew me away. In particular, the University of Missouri Kansas City Big Band, conducted by my friend Bobby Watson. There was so much music that went down for those 4 days. I didn't get a chance to hear everything that I wanted to hear. You can't be in but one place at a time. Nevertheless, everything I heard was, even in the jam sessions, you know, there are so many musicians who aren't up on a pedestal in the magazines and on the radio, but who can really play. There was an Oliver Nelson tribute on Saturday night. They called it the Blues and the Abstract Truth Band. And it was a phenomenal band with Bobby Watson and Terrell Stafford and Chip O'Neill on tenor, Glenn Wilson baritone, Shelley Berg piano, Larry Ridley bass, and Dougal Leon Chancellor on drums. And led by Oliver Nelson Jr. I didn't know there was an Oliver Nelson Jr. He played flute, really funny, nice man. And they played some of the original charts from the classic recording Blues and the Abstract Truth. Another musical highlight was the group right before that, with once again Shelley Berg on piano, Ken Poplowski, a monster musician, definitely under-recognized on tenor and clarinet, Dr. Lou Fisher, the bassist, who is a teacher, an educator, and also the president of Gen, and Steve Houghton. Just a really, really high level of musicianship. You combine it with all these different factors, it's no wonder that I'm still floating on this cloud. This year, Gen initiated a new award to pay tribute to some of the jazz education legends. And the first 4 were described as A, B, C, and D. Jamie Aebersold, David Baker, Jerry Coker, and Dan Hurley. Each of these gentlemen has made a major contribution to jazz education. Jamie Aebersold is probably the most well-known of the 4 honorees because of his infamous Aebersold play-along series. In fact, Jamie told me last year that something that he's really proud of is that because his play-along series has been around so long and is utilized all over the world, that at any given moment there's a really good chance someone is playing along with his rhythm section. When you meet people like Jamie Aebersold and Dan Hurley and David Baker, they're selfless. The only thing they do, the only thing they want to do is be involved with the music, share it with others, teach people, and be part of this wonderful community. And it's that spirit, that feeling that is available in great abundance at the Gen Conference. The Gen Conference is like an oasis, just of creativity and compassion, of spirit, of the individual and the group. We don't find many things like that. I hope that maybe you'll pick up on some of my enthusiasm about this. Something I've said sparks a responsive chord, and I'll see you in Atlanta next January.